No more armistice zones. What? No. Hell no. Hold my beer.
Do you feel the vibes?
Yes, you heard that right. Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, dudes and dudettes, citizens all, welcome back to my channel. How you doing? Happy Tuesday. Hope you had a great work day or school day or whatever day. Hope it worked out for you. But yes, you heard it right. The armistice zones are going bye-bye in the next couple of patches. Most likely next patch, 3.1. What does that mean for us honest citizens? Not too much. I honestly don't think it's going to be that much of a problem. We really didn't have too many issues in 2.63. Of course, you had people flying around Port Olisar and ramming ships or whatever. But this time around, they're going to add some serious consequences. So, I mean, if you want to go buck wild and start shooting and ramming ships or whatever, just be prepared to pay the price. Because there's going to be some hefty fines and some hefty penalties involved with crookery. Namely, well, mostly you're going to have a lot of NPC law enforcement. They're going to come out and hunt you down. If you're hanging around, say, a UEE port like Port Olisar or I don't know if UEE is really in charge of Delamar and Levski. I don't know. But any place that's under the control of the UEE and you cut up, they come after you. And they're also going to enact a bounty, kind of like a mission created by players where they can put a bounty on the head of said criminals, which is interesting. That's gonna make for some very interesting gameplay. Also, you will be able to on the crook side, if you want to be the pirate or whatever, just stand by, because not only will you have the NPC police coming after you, not only will you have the player that you did wrong coming after you, not only will you have the bounty hunters and the mercs that said player victim hires to go after you, but you will not be able to land in most ports that are controlled by the UEE. You will not be able to supply insurance for your ship. I think what's going to happen is they're going to make it really hard for do-gooders, or crooks. It's going to make it really hard for them to maintain some decent insurance on their ships. They will have to go elsewhere to get coverage, most likely at a much higher premium. Also, you can't refuel at certain places that's controlled by the UEE. Say, Cry-Astro. From the looks of that, you won't be able to go to Cry-Astro if you have a crime stat. If you show up at Cry-Astro, they're likely going to come after you with NPC cops. So, I mean, no armistice zone is going to be a problem. I really don't foresee that being much of an issue. It's going to be annoying, yes. I mean, if you're doing you're a peaceful player, you're having fun all alone or with some friends or whatever, and there's going to be some guy who wants to be the aggressor. Yeah, that's going to be a pain in the butt. You're going to have a problem. But rest assured, there's going to be some type of recompense. Okay, so I have to look, but I think in 3.2. We're going to have the ECN bulletins where players can put bounties on aggressive players and mercenaries and all that kind of stuff, where you can actually start using your Anvil Hawk and your Stalker and start hunting down these people and getting bounties. It's got and then the cool thing is you can catch these dudes and you can immobilize them and just throw them all back in the bus and shit, a la Reddick, and drop them off at the nearest slam and get paid. that's going to go down in the next couple of patches. Also, really cool news is that we're going to get our Mustang and 300 series upgrades. Well, not necessarily upgrades, but updates. So the new Mustang, the new 300i, and also the new Avenger in the next few patches. That's cool. That's I'm really looking forward to that, because I have all three ships now. I'm really anxious to see how these ships will end up. And also at the end of the year, we're going to get I think we're going to get an updated 600i. I have to look at the flow chart again, because I thought the 600i was going to be made available by 3.2. Looks like it'll be pushed back to Q4, which is a non-issue to me. Whatever. I just want it to work great. So when I get my hoopty, I want it to look nice. So if it's going to take them a few more months, no problem. Make the magic happen. There's also some other really cool ships. The Terrapin is coming up in 3.1, if I'm not mistaken. In the constellation Taurus, the Taurus is going to be a Christmas gift. It looks like it's on schedule for December this year. So fellow Taurus owners, my hands raised. We're gonna get our ships. We're gonna get our Tauruses this year. So stand by for that. But that's gonna be awesome. If you own a Constellation Phoenix, you're gonna get your ship this year too, from the looks of things. But my biggest interest is the whole Armistice Zone thing, the whole crime stat thing. That's really, I'm interested about this bounty hunter thing, and how are these guys, cause I'm not interested in crime and all that kind of stuff. I'm one of those kind of the nice, neutral good kind of guys. I'm going back to Dungeons and Dragons, but I'm just kind of interested, in that in that type of life. It's gonna be it looks like it's gonna be really expensive, man. Even when it comes down to stealing the ships. This, of course, the news is now that if you steal a ship, you can only have that ship for that current session. Once you log out of the game, the ship goes bye-bye. And I think after which the original owner can put a claim on it, I think. I'm going to look more into that one, because I wonder if the moment the ship is stolen, and once the owner gets back to civilization, can he put in an insurance claim then? Or does he have to wait for the player to log off, or for a ship to get destroyed or something? What I really would like to see what will happen is if you could put a bounty on somebody who steals your ship or does you dirty, and throw some extra on top of it and say, I want them dead or alive, and I don't care about the ship, destroy it. You know what I'm saying? It is just really make things sort of crazy. But Payback's a bitch. So if you get done dirty, you can get a little revenge and say, hey, I'm gonna hire, especially if you have the long green. If you got $1 million or some credits, you could put a $30,000 credit price on that dude's head and say, I want to get him, or $100,000 credit on this guy's head, said, I want him dead or alive and destroy my ship. Just, you could do all kind of stuff. Or if you throw some extra on top of it, you could tell whoever, or put it in the mission, kill this dude, but bring back my ship. And there's a bonus if you bring my ship back in one piece. I want to see how that pans out, and how this whole ship theft thing is going, because I know there are a lot of players, they're just itching to get going, man. they're ready to go. Some of them are just camping out right now, trying to find out ways to do some crookery and stuff, but they know they can't do too much because there ain't too much happening. But once all this stuff gets enabled, I think the first few weeks is going to be kind of buck wild, because everybody's going to go crazy, say, yeah, we can do this, yada yada yada, But I think once the penalties start kicking in, it'll mellow out. And then you'll see most of them, they can't buy stuff, they can't sell stuff where everybody else is. So they'll be way out somewhere, probably just relegated to just Grim Hex, or some nether region on Hurston someplace, or in the Hurston system, whatever. But it can't be any place else. I mean, because it's just too hot for them. So I'm really interested to see how this is going to work out. I mean, if you haven't gone to the RSI website, please do, and go check out the flow chart. And they have some serious stuff, I mean, including female characters. We're not only going to be able to start customizing our characters in 3.1, they're going to bring the female characters in by 3.3, I believe. So hey, ladies, you've been waiting for your representative. You got it. Your avatar is on the way. This is good news. So I know a lot of you guys are excited about that. But anyway, I just wanted to drop that out and say, listen, just because the armistice zones are going away, it doesn't mean it's going to be total fuckery everywhere. It wasn't like that in 2.63, and 2.63 didn't have as many like penalties and consequences that are going to be in 3.1 and beyond. I think there's going to be some checks and balances in there. So a lot of folks, you're going to have like a handful of people who are hardcore. They want to be hardcore criminals, whatever. A handful of them, believe me. And there's going to be a whole bunch of wannabes who are going to say, yeah, I want to be a crook. I want to be a pirate, yada, yada, yada. And they go out there and do some stupid stuff, and they get slammed quite a few times and realize that they can't get decent insurance, or they can't get their ship repaired, whatever. They got to pay out their ass for stuff that everybody else will pay pennies for. You know what I'm saying? They're going to go, oh man, it's too expensive. I don't want to do this no more. Well, they're not hardcore. They're not serious about it. So you got those wannabes. You're going to have a lot of wannabes out there trying to do all the bad stuff, and they're going to get stuck a few times, and they're going to quit. But you're going to have that handful of hardcore people. Most likely they'll try to band together. But here's the thing though. Even if you have crooks and they all band together, what happens? What happens in the band of criminals? They end up stabbing each other in the back. There's no such thing as a camaraderie. You can forget it when it comes down to when it's time to get down to the getting. When the money's on the table, all the knives are coming out, Jack. So there are no friends. It's like, hey, look, I want my cut. If you're gonna clown me, I'm stabbing you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's reality. That's how it is in the real world, and it's gonna be like that in the game world, because since there's really no restrictions, they're really gonna cut up in game. So I mean, yeah, you're gonna have a handful of real serious criminals out there. Those are gonna be the ones you got to worry about. Those are gonna be the big paydays. If you want to be a bounty hunter or a merc, those are the ones you go after. Those little sometimey criminals, screw them. They're not going to last long anyway. They're going to get blown up a few times, locked up a few times, then they're going to quit. This is too much for them. But the hardcore jokers, those are the ones you got to look out for. So if I were you, I would start practicing how to move in stealth. Check out some special loadouts for my weapons, my sidearms, whatever, and weapons for my ship. Sucker punches are highly recommended because they shut down systems or whatever. Neutron cannons are highly recommended because they tear up the shields. You definitely want to, if you want to catch them alive, you want stuff like that. If they have stun guns or stun rifles, you want some of those on you too. But honestly, I don't think it's going to be that bad. I don't think, like I said, that the first couple of weeks, once they, take the armistice zones out of there, yeah, it'll be goofy. So, be ready for that with standby. So, if you're used to doing regular runs and missions and cargo runs, all that kind of stuff, you're going to catch a lot. You're going to see a lot of buffoonery out there. Trust me, the first couple of weeks. But those wannabe dudes, and it's mostly going to be from the wannabe crooks. The real professional ones, those are guys who are smart. They know better. So, I'm not just going to do any damn thing. And, I'm just trying to, I want the big paydays. I'm just not going to do anything just to get a crime stat or whatever. No, screw that. I'm going to stay low profile, get more hustle on the side, and then, wait for that big payday. Then I'll pounce on that cat, or I'll pounce on that freelancer that got like all that Neuronite in there. Those are the ones you really got to worry about. But I really want to worry about the wannabes. The wannabes are the ones who are ramming ships and are the ones who are trying to gank your ship when you summon it to a pad. Those are the wannabes. The professional ones, those are the ones you don't see. Those are the ones that wait in the dark someplace, wait until you get back in your ship, blow you and your ship up. Those are the ones you worry about right there. But anyway, Armistice zones, not a problem. I wouldn't say if it's a problem. I wouldn't anticipate it being a problem. There's going to be a lot of stuff, a lot of checks and balances put in place at that point. So there's a lot going on, man. I just want to drop this quick video and tell you about that. And I think I'm going to do another one before the weekend's out. But anyway, hope your week's going good for you. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys later.